There's a street in East Dallas where two nearly identical 1920s Tudors sold 6 months apart, one for $720,000 and the other for over $1 million. Same square footage, same storybook charm. And the buyers who overpaid had no idea that the line that they had just crossed. If you're looking anywhere around Lakewood or the M Streets, that line and a handful of others, nobody warned you about exactly what we're going to be walking through today. Because in this pocket of Dallas, the difference between a great buy and an expensive regret often comes down to which side of the single street you're standing on. So here's exactly what we're doing in the next 12 minutes. I'm taking you through the 4 neighborhoods that make up this part of East Dallas, one at a time, so you know precisely what each one is, who it's right for, and what it'll actually cost you. First, Lakewood itself, the prestige core, the big lots, the country club money. Then the M Streets, officially Greenland Hills, the walkable Tudor cottages everybody falls in love with. Then we have Lakewood Heights, the up-and-coming pocket where the value still lives. And finally we have Belmont, the quieter edge that most buyers overlook completely. For each one, I'll cover the same 4 things: the character of the houses, the location and how it actually lives day to day, the lifestyle and who it fits, and a real estate snapshot of the money. Then, and this is the part to stick around for, I'll put all 4 head to head and tell you exactly which one wins for families, which one wins for young professionals, and which one is the smartest long-term bet right now. By the end, you'll know which of these 4 is your neighborhood. So let's start with Lakewood. Lakewood is the heavyweight, so we start here. In terms of character, this is where you get the grand 1930s estates, Tudors and Craftsman homes on lots 2 and 3 times the size of anything else in East Dallas. The closer you get to the Lakewood Country Club and White Rock Lake, the bigger the homes and the bigger the money. But it's not all mansions. There are still original bungalows tucked in, which means you'll see a $700,000 home next to a $2 million one. That mix matters, and I'll tell you why in the numbers. As it relates to location, you're minutes from White Rock Lake, the trails, the Dallas Arboretum, and only about a 10-minute drive to downtown. It feels suburban. It's green, calm, and established, while still being genuinely inner city. Here's the first thing nobody tells you. The arteries like Abrams, Gaston, and Mockingbird. The exact block you pick decides whether you've got a peaceful tree-lined street or a daily cut-through traffic headache. 2 homes 1 block apart can live completely differently. Always, always drive your prospective street at 5 p.m. on a weekday before you fall in love. In terms of lifestyle, Lakewood is families and established roots. The Lakewood Elementary feeder pattern is a genuine driver of demand. People buy here for those schools and hold on for 15 or 20 years. There's a strong community feel. The July 4th parade, the shopping center, neighbors who have known each other for decades. Turning next to the real estate snapshot, and treat these as lay of the land, not a quote, because the market moves. Lakewood spans the widest price band of the 4. You might find an original bungalow needing work in the high 6 figures and stately renovated estates well past 7 figures near the lake and the club. The pitfall here is a charming original that needs a 6-figure system overhaul. Things like foundation, electrical, and plumbing on a 1925 build. The sticker price is rarely the real price. Budget for what the inspection finds, not what the listing promises. Now we head a little west to the M Streets, officially Greenland Hills, but nobody calls it that anymore. In terms of character, this is the postcard. 1920s Tudor cottages with steep roof lines, arched doorways, that fairy tale look, on streets that all start with M. Streets such as Mercedes, Monticello, McComas, and Morningside. The lots are smaller, and the homes sit closer together, which creates something Lakewood doesn't have: density and intimacy. You will genuinely know your neighbors here. For location, this is a walkability winner of the entire episode. You're a short stroll from the lower Greenville, which includes restaurants, coffee shops, bars, the kind of strip where you leave your car at home on a Friday night. For a lot of buyers, that single factor decides it. In terms of lifestyle, it attracts a younger demographic, professionals, and first-time historic home buyers, or couples who want energy and walkability and don't need a huge yard. It's social, it's lively. It skews a decade younger than Lakewood. In terms of the real estate snapshot, here's a critical pitfall that explains that $300,000 gap from the intro: the conservation district. Much of the M Streets is a protected conservation district, which restricts what you can change on the exterior of your home including roof lines, additions, even some window and facade work. Buyers assume historic just means old and charming. It can also mean the renovation you're planning is flat out not allowed. Two nearly identical Tudors can carry very different values depending on what's been approved, restored, and documented. For real estate values, the price per square foot here runs high because you're paying for location and that protected character. So know exactly what you can and can't do before you write the offer. Next door and often looked is Lakewood Heights. In terms of character, think of this as Lakewood's more attainable sibling. A mix of restored bungalows, smaller Tudors, and new construction filling in the gaps. It's transitional. You'll see a beautifully renovated home next to one that's mid-project, and that's exactly where the opportunity is. For location, you get much of the Lakewood proximity, close to the lake, close to lower Greenville, and quick to downtown, without the full Lakewood price tag. And the trade-off is consistency. Block to block, the field changes more than it does in the established Lakewood. For lifestyle, this is where I send buyers who want into the area but can't clear the Lakewood entry price. Younger families, renovators, and investors. There's sweat equity upside here that the marquee neighborhoods don't offer anymore. The real estate snapshot bolsters the most accessible entry point of the cluster, but with a catch. Because it's transitional, comps are messier, and quality swings hard from house to house. The pitfall, overpaying for a flip with cosmetic upgrades, hiding old systems underneath. In a neighborhood like this, the inspection isn't a formality, it's your single most important negotiating tool. And finally, the one most buyers never even put on their list, Belmont. In terms of character, it is quieter, smaller, and more under the radar. A tucked-away pocket of historic homes with a lot of the same 1920s and 1930s character, but without the name recognition or the crowds. That anonymity is the whole appeal. The location is still firmly East Dallas. You keep the proximity to Greenville and the lake, but it lives calmer and more residential. Less foot traffic, less buzz, more privacy. For lifestyle, this is for the buyer who wants the character and the location, but not the scene. People who'd rather have a quieter street rather than a walkable bar strip. It rewards a buyer willing to look where others aren't. The real estate snapshot is interesting. Because it flies under the radar, Belmont can occasionally offer relative value versus the M streets right beside it. But inventory is thin, so when the right home appears, you have to move decisively. The pitfall here is hesitation. Buyers spend so long deciding between the big-name neighborhoods that they miss the quiet pocket deal entirely. Quick thing here before we do the head-to-head, because everything I just covered is a street-by-street detail that never shows up on Zillow. We help our clients navigate the conservation district rules, the school feeder patterns, the exact questions to ask before you tour each of these 4 neighborhoods. Reach out to us at www.paragondfw.com for a no-obligation consultation, then stick around, because this next part is where it all comes together. Okay, all 4 side by side on the 4 things I'd actually decided. On price and value, Lakewood is a premium, widest range, highest ceiling. Lakewood Heights is the most accessible entry. Belmont is the under-the-radar value if you're patient, and the M streets sit premium per square foot because you're paying for walkability and protected character. On schools, Lakewood leads for the feeder pattern families. That's its single biggest demand driver. The others share strong access, but Lakewood proper is the one people relocate specifically for. On walkability and lifestyle, the M streets win, full stop. Lower Greenville at your doorstep. Lakewood trades that for space and calm. Lakewood Heights is in between. Belmont is the quiet end of the spectrum. On a long-term bet, Lakewood is your blue chip hold. It nearly always retains its value. But the upside play here right now is Lakewood Heights, where the transitional blocks still have room to appreciate as the area fills in. So here's a pitfall that ties this whole episode together. Every one of these neighborhoods is desirable, which means buyers shop them as if they're interchangeable, and they're not. Picking Lakewood while craving walkability, or the M streets while needing a big yard and renovation, costs you either money or your daily happiness. The neighborhood has to match the life. So which one is yours? If you want top schools, space, and a blue chip hold, it's Lakewood. If walkability and energy define your ideal life, it's the M streets. If you want into the area at the best entry price and you don't mind a project, it's Lakewood Heights. And if you value your privacy and you're patient enough to wait for the right home, it's Belmont. None of these is the wrong answer. The only wrong move is buying one while expecting another. If you're seriously weighing East Dallas, this is what we do every single day. And we'd much rather walk these blocks with you before you make a six-figure decision than after. Book a no obligation, no pressure call when you're ready, and subscribe, because the next episode, we head east of the lake to Casa Linda and Forest Hills, where the lots get bigger, the prices shift, and the math changes completely. See you there.